Ben Ruhala, aka the Six Stringers, coming to you from Tony's Picks. Click on the link below and you'll find my premium plays. Well, let's rock and roll with my NFL player prop picks in the Denver Broncos versus the Los Angeles Chargers NFL game for Week 6, Monday night, October 17th, 2022, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Number 1, Russell Wilson over 232.5 passing yards. Wilson has eclipsed this number in 3 of his 5 games this year. The Chargers are 20th in passing yards allowed, and the Broncos are really banged up at running back, so look for Wilson to get the ball going through the air. The Broncos are an underdog, so I expect them to have to throw the ball to stay in this game. Therefore, play Russell Wilson over 232.5 passing yards. Number 2, Austin Eckler over 60.5 rush yards. The Broncos are first in passing yards allowed, so I think it's going to be hard for the Chargers to throw the ball. But the Broncos are 14th in rush yards. Look for the Chargers to lean on Eckler in the ground game. Eckler went for 173 against Cleveland last week, and the Chargers are favored, so I look for them to rely on the ground game in this one. Therefore, play Austin Eckler over 60.5 rush yards. And number 3, Courtland Sutton over 65.5 receiving yards and an anytime touchdown. As I mentioned above, the Chargers are 20th in passing yards allowed, and Wilson relies on Sutton. The Chargers are also 26th in wide receivers touchdowns allowed this season. Look for Wilson to spread the ball around, and I think Sutton will be the benefactor here. Therefore, play Courtland Sutton over 65.5 receiving yards and an anytime touchdown. To recap, number 1, Russell Wilson over 232.5 passing yards. Number 2, Austin Eckler over 60.5 rush yards. And finally, number 3, Courtland Sutton over 65.5 receiving yards and an anytime touchdown. Let's rock it, put the cash in our pockets.